All you ever wanna do is play. So let's play.
Yeah. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke,
Yeah,
real mode.
we can hold a peace so we can wage war. But I'm gonna get what I came for. Real gang, that's a crew name. We all graduated to the two-door. Sacred Global, that's an infrastructure. All y'all niggas like the Titanic. I'm the iceberg, talking no Zucker on the front lines, but we don't panic. Shit getting messy, got nothing to rest, and I'm tired of niggas. They front they blessings, they want my suggestion, but don't want the fee. I'm just doing me, I don't answer their questions. All this flexing, got no one to see. All this aggression, I just want some peace. Not even sure that I like it in heaven. I guess when we get there, then we gon' see. I do not understand, I do not get what you do. You only got one life, but you act like you got two. Yo, we go bigger than what you are willing to do. I run with king, but you peasants, you run with the goons. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
Hey, y'all some jokers, y'all a bunch of clowns. You will not get a laugh out of me. You can talk, but you can't denounce. I live a different theology. Why I transferred to a new account? You just fucked over a prodigy. Posted up with a rented crown.
You are the king and apology.
You about to see a new side of me, I hope you know. We stand up and watch our enemy go. Empires fall, my legacy grows. I might just hop on this melody flow. All this vision, no clarity though. Y'all play a game that I bear in my soul. Ebony ivory, nobody knows. Business vasectomy, nothing can grow. Everyone promises more than they actually do. We don't deliver on anything other than truth. Yo, we go bigger than what you are willing to do. I run with kings, but you peasants, you run with the goons. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. You really have people fooled out here, don't you? When are you peasants gonna learn that you can't pretend to be a king? It ends today.
It's been a while since I dropped this shit. Swole fam, y'all better run this up. KD, let's go. Yeah. Aye, East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, Global with that gang gang, nigga. You know we don't play games, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, Global with that gang gang, nigga. You know we don't play games, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, Global with that gang gang, nigga. You know we don't play games, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, Global with that gang gang, yeah. You know we don't play games. I'm blessed, I never said I didn't struggle. I finesse, I never said I didn't hustle. These niggas talk so loud, the way I move is subtle. I'm the ocean, but these niggas just a puddle. Ay, oh, I swear I'm delusional. These niggas, they using me. They want my energy, ain't nothing new, this is usual. These figures confusing me. What's gotten into me? They say I'm using their cubicles. Clipping KD you like some cuticles. None of this shit is excusable. Don't need a muse when I'm musical. Ay, whoa, I'm tired of saying for truth when nobody's doing it. Yeah. They're controlling the youth, agenda of fusing them, nigga. We losing them. Matter of fact, we just abusing them. That's a fact. We try to roll with a ballad act. Fucking low key with a Tesseract. They throwing smoke when they got to that. Get the fuck up out your little bubble. They wanna ask how much it costs, I said it double. Gorilla beard, these niggas only rockin' stubble. The realest nigga make these bitches start to stumble. Aye, East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, Global with that gang gang, nigga. You know we don't play gangs, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, Global with that gang gang, nigga. You know we don't play gangs, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, Global with that gang gang, nigga. You know we don't play gangs, yeah. East Coast with that gang gang, West Coast with that gang gang, Global with that gang gang, nigga. You know we don't play gangs, yeah.
Another episode of the plus sides of being plus size. You got it, babe.
It's your boy, Papa Swole. Stop being a biche.
I am harder to kidnap.
One more month.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing, testicles, testicles. Oh, welcome everyone to episode 19 hundo and 68 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beardcast, broadcast, gamecast, mancast, bigcast, sleazecast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and yo hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with another episode. And today's episode of the Beastcast is brought to you, is sponsored by Everson K2 flexing on all you beast shit.
It's the fucking Catalina
It's
wine.
spoured.
It's the fucking Catalina wine.
No longer are we powered, we are spoured. We are spoured by. Anyway, welcome to the show, episode 1968. It is Saturday, September the 25, and fam-wise, it is Swole Slut Saturday, so more round of applause. Let's go. It's Swole Slut Saturday now. I will say that you can do a hashtag SSS because if you don't know, YouTube and the Facebook doesn't really like it. Doesn't really like the word slut for whatever reason. I think it's a very descriptive word. I think it's very powerful. I think it's very important, a very important part of our language. But the social media apps don't always like it. So I would just be careful. With typing that. Hashtag SSS is just fine. It's just fine. I think we've had some people that got banned at one point or another, even in the private Facebook group. I know. Thanks, Mark. Oh, thanks, Mark. Oh, thank you. All right. So that being said, make sure you hit the like button. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Facebook, Twitch, Rumble, and Odyssey. But of course, head on over to www.thedailyswole.com for all the links. And of course, SwoleNormousX.com to join the Swole fam today because we are coming up on Fuck Your Resolution season. We had amazing releases this past Monday. We dropped a brand new Papa Swolio's featured pump section. We dropped the brand new Swole Studio Inside X. As if you thought we couldn't drop more shit, we didn't have anything left in the tank. We have so much more coming, so make sure you go and learn more about joining the Swole fam today over at SwoleNormousX.com. That being said, it is Saturday, it is a man cast, and it is time to get your nips fucking super rock hard. Falcon, let us summon the hairy taloned beast, and let's bust this nut open. Falcon. Yes, bust this nut open, son. Put some respect on it. Would you smash? Drop it in the comments down below.
I don't know how to put this, but
USA, greatest country in the world.
Right. Well, there you have it. There you have it, fam. There you have it. Hashtag Swole Slut. You're looking a little bit more matted down today, Falcon. You're looking good, though. Let me just get that a little bit. Right there on top of that pillar. Looking good. Very nice, Falcon. Nice card. It's a nice card. It's a nice card. Hashtag Swole Slut for a chance to win today's Swole card. Drop that in the comments down below. Now, let's get into that tip. It's time. Babe, just an inch. Just an inch. It's cold outside. All right, let's get this party started. Let's kick it off. Let's kick it off with little Christian today.
What's in the box?
Let's go. Leo's always drinking. It's always too early. I don't know what's his deal. It's like 10 a.m. and this guy is fucking drinking, I don't know, mimosas? It ain't Sunday, Leo. For Leo, every day is brunch. All right, we got a post from our Swole team. Christy dropped a comment inside the Telegram chat. It's leg day again, peeps. FML. Fuck my life. Leg day is the best day, by the way. Love some legs. And Christian wrote, it is like we are connected. Had a sweat leg day a sweaty leg day this morning as well, except I love leg day. Crush it, girl. Everyone better crush leg day. Come on. You have to learn to love it. If you don't love it, just tell yourself you do. Just tell yourself you do. Pretend you love it. Pretend you love it. Just tell yourself. Anytime you think or someone asks you, what's your favorite body part? All of them. What's your favorite body part to train? Yes. Yes. That is my favorite body part. What's your favorite? Yes. What's your favorite act? Yes. They're all tools. They're all just different things that you can utilize to maximize your progress, to get some sick fucking gains. There is no best exercise. There is no favorite body part. They're all important. Every single one is absolutely important. If you pick a favorite body part, you're going to overtrain that one. You're going to train that. You're going to put too much attention on that. You're going to put a little more effort into that. You're going to have imbalances. Every day is important. Leg day is the best day, by the way. That's a fact. All right. We got a post from Heather. Heather writes, hey fam, just checking in. The last time I posted, I was having a bad day and went into my old bad habits. I'm a little weak over my elimination diet. This week has been great and I feel awesome. In just a short time, I have discovered more about my body than ever before. I've discovered that for me, eating high carbs leads to me being hungrier and more likely to binge. Looking back on past binges, it was always lots of carbs that I would binge on. Very common. I have only stuck to meat and a small group of vegetables that consist of spinach, avocados, or mushrooms. This has kept me full so much longer than I would expect. Also, I have to admit that when Papa Swole said that you cannot overeat on meat, I had my doubts. This week has taught me that this statement is so true. I had a large steak this week, and I had to stop eating it because I was so full, even the thought of another bite was not appealing. Definitely, it is about quality of food over quantity. Preach. Preach, preach, preach. Look, we talk about this a lot. I bring this up on the podcast all the time. If you're eating quality food, if you're focusing on food quality, it's not impossible to overeat. Of course you can overeat if you just keep on stuffing your face until you're going to explode. But it's a challenge. If you're eating junk food and sucking down soda, you're drinking liquid calories. You're eating, vegetable oils and seed oils and fried foods that are literally interrupting your body's signals, and you just don't know when you're full. You're getting a lot of mixed information that we haven't evolved to be able to handle. We're eating foods that do not occur naturally in the world. We are creating and we're modifying and manipulating our environment, which is what humans do, which is why we are so successful as a species. But when it comes to nutrition, our bodies have not evolved to adapt to that. And that's why we don't have the proper hunger cues and the satiety cues. We don't know when we're full. We think we're still hungry, but we're not. We overeat all the time because we're not eating real fucking food. Then of course you could define natural and define real, but you get my point. You should be eating based on your evolution. And if you're eating real quality food, it's very hard to overeat. It's very, 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 very hard. Anyone that tells you, no, it's still easy, I can keep on eating, they really probably aren't eating quality food, or they think they are and they're not. A lot of people think they're eating healthy and they always tell you, yeah, I'm eating healthy. And then they tell you what they eat and you're like, that's not healthy, man. That ain't healthy. Okay. Just some initial thoughts. Oh, we got another one from, I believe it's a different Heather, but we got some fucking FEF cards. Very nice. Afternoon fam. I just received my 1939 FEF card just in time for FEF today. Hashtag go the fucking gym, Swole fam, 7 pillars, Flex Friday. Look at that card. That's a nice card. That was a nice card, Falcon. That was a gem. That was a fucking gem. And I love the Swole variant envelopes. I'm telling you that those people that work in the USPS that are delivering those, they must be laughing their ass off. I hope someone saw that and is like, look at the Swole variant. That's so fucking cool. I hope. I wonder if some of those aren't going to get delivered. They're going to get flagged, sent to the CIA or something like that. Someone is sending out variants. Someone. Papa Swolio has a CRISPR. All right, here we go. Holly. Oh, we got some more Tainty Magooch. I think we showed this yesterday. I think we showed this picture yesterday, but still amazing. Still amazing. I love me some Tainty Magooch. I think we showed that picture yesterday. Let's see here. Jeremy, I've thought inanimate objects were safe from the variant, but I have learned that nothing is safe. Right by the truck. Very nice if you're just listening. It's a picture of a skateboard. Got the Swole variant on the bottom of the skateboard. Nice. Grind that shit up. I like it. I love the Swole variant stickers. Want to get some big ones. Okay, we got one from Loretta. Little
rascal has spirit.
Little rascal Loretta. Hi, Papa. I am finally recovered from my week in Toronto helping my sister with the cancer clinic. Now that I upgraded to premium, I have started with the classes in the Swole studio. Fantastic. Wow, these are amazing. Brain gains, express wake up flow, pretty hard, but I'll keep trying, and total foundation fire. You have so much content now for people on a limited budget. The exchange on Canadian money sucks. I could never afford a full membership. Now I feel like a real member of the Swole fam. Hashtag go to the fucking gym. Thank you, Papa. No, thank you, Loretta, and you're absolutely a member of the Swole fam. Don't think that. Of course you're a real member. You're a real member, absolutely. Of course, I know accessing some of the unlimited content makes a huge difference, but damn right. So I appreciate the sentiments, and I'm super glad that you were able to upgrade, and that's the reason why the Swole fam premium membership launched. So again, if you are a Swole fam member, take Loretta's lead and go check out your premium upgrade. It's right there at the top of your library when you log in. So congratulations. And again, these classes rotate. So inside the Swole studio, the classes that are in there will rotate for Mondays. So make sure you jump on those featured classes. And again, unlimited members, you also have access to the Swole studio. So try some of those featured classes. They highlight things that you might not have tried before. So even though you have access to all of that in unlimited, there's like over 200 classes in the yoga studio. So you're not necessarily going to see every single one unless you literally do every single one. And that takes some time, obviously. If you do one class a day, that's going to take you 200 days. It's literally going to take you like 3/4 of a year. And plus, as you go through each day, we're releasing new classes every week. So it's going to take you almost a year to go through all the classes, even if you did one class a day. So definitely go and check out the featured classes and keep on crushing it. Loretta, glad that you jumped in and you're jumping on it and you jumped in the Swole studio right away. All right, what is that? Is that antifreeze? I think that's antifreeze. Don't drink that. Let's see what we got here. Virgil, hashtag FEF, happy Friday, fam. I don't post very much, but I still read all the stuff you beautiful beaches share. In the middle of relocation, but still got the pedal to the metal, 500-pound deadlift. Finally. And hopefully we'll be in Florida next month. Keep crushing it, all a y'all. Hey, yo. So I thought, I didn't look at this picture properly. So we got, is that a full? Okay, so that is a big bar. For some reason, the clip looked like one of those tiny 1-inch clips. I thought you were doing bicep curls and there was like a bunch of 10s on the bar. So it must have just been, I don't know, next to the angle or something. So those are all 45s, dude. 45s. Nice. Nice. Very nice. 500 pounds. I haven't deadlifted 500 in a while. I could deadlift 500. Now, I could, I'm sure. I haven't worked my way back up to it. It would just take me, I guess, a couple weeks of, practice going super heavy for deadlifts. I feel stronger personally than I ever have in so many different areas. But the most that I've really been going up for deadlifting, I think it was like 3 or 4 plates. I think I was doing 4 plates a couple weeks ago. But of course, obviously, if you haven't deadlifted a lot in a while with good form, you need to build up to it slowly. Even if you can do it strength-wise, just for integrity, you have to build back up to super heavy deadlifts. But that just hasn't been my priority. But love deadlifts, period. Deadlifts are fantastic. But of course, max reps and stuff like that, very questionable. I've always been questioning heavy deadlifts in terms of maximum reps. A lot of people ask me all the time, like, how much do you max? How much you max? Doesn't really matter. Max reps don't really matter. That's kind of an ego. It's great to gauge your strength and your strength improvements, but you can also approximate that. You can approximate that with, let's say, a 3-rep max or a 4-rep max. So you can still gauge your strength based on a repetition max, but what gets overblown is the 1 repetition max. And it just depends on the lift and your preparation for it. It just takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of preparation. A lot of people just throw on a 1-rep max, and it's a very high risk lift if you're not prepared properly. And it should be done very infrequently. So if you're doing 4 reps or 5 reps, and that's different, you can gauge your strength the same way there, but just be careful going absolute 1 rep all the time. I just don't prefer doing 1-rep maxes anymore, but strength is very important. Strength is very, very important. All right. Announcement, a couple more things. You can start dropping some questions down below, but we have an accountability meeting announcing new releases as always. So the Swole Studio will have new workouts rotating through the Swole Studio. We'll have a brand new yoga class, of course. We got some other exciting announcements. So this Monday, day after tomorrow, September the 27th at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, inside Swole TV, exclusively for members. So that episode on Monday will be for members only. Don't miss out on that. That would be episode 1970. So don't miss out on Monday's accountability meeting. And of course, if you can't watch live, it will be available inside Swole TV for later viewing, but join us live and catch those announcements in the moment. We also have a Red, White, and Swole Sunday Funday Q&A tomorrow. So tons of questions tomorrow will take priority all day, not all day, but all the questions in the world. So whatever people ask, that will be tomorrow. So all questions tomorrow, just pure questions, no Swole fan post, no balls deep, just fucking questions. So if you got questions, tomorrow is the day to ask. And again, for those of you that have not yet upgraded your membership to premium, you can do so at swolenormousx.com. You can even join officially. But of course, current Swole fan members in your account, you have an exclusive upgrade for a limited time. So don't miss out on that. You can save 33% because you're currently a Swole fan member. If you are, and that's a limited time. So if you are thinking about upgrading, do it now. Yeah, do it now. And if you are not yet a member, you have the option of going straight to premium. You could join with the Swole fam and get your feet wet. You could also go unlimited, which is highly recommended, the most popular membership. So check all that stuff out over there at swolenormousx.com. That being said, let's take some questions. We got some new clips available. So drop your questions in the comments down below. Hashtag AskPapaSwolio. We also have a new clip, how to have a body positive fall. I'll tell you how to have a body positive fall, and just go fuck yourself. Oh my God. I'm sorry to show all of you Virgie Tovar on a Saturday morning, but my God, Mrs. Potato Head has returned. Ugh. Good Lord. And because we're coming up on Fuck Your Resolution season, we got a lot of new designs dropping. Head on over to papaswolio.com and use code DAILYSWOLE, all one word, for 10% off your order. Again, get yourself some Swole variant, get yourself some American gear. Now is the time to do so. papaswolio.com. Join us over there and cover your nips with some Swolenormous apparel. Papaswolio 2024. I'm running. Papaswolio is going to run. No, I'm not. What a terrible job. What a terrible job to be president of the United States. Never get a good night's sleep. You'll age 20 years in in 2 years, you age like 20. You ever see the presidents? Just see pictures of people after their 4-year or their 8-year term, just absolutely just destroyed because you don't get any sleep. It's a sleep, no sleep, and just pure stress. No sleep. No sleep. The only person that didn't change was Trump. He's the only person that didn't look absolutely destroyed after a presidency. Everyone else, like Obama, went from looking young to just gray hair. Bush went aged like 50 fucking years. Everyone just got destroyed. Who would want that job? Who would want that job? All right, so questions. Let's take the first one from Instagram. Noah McComb. Papa Swole, what would you say to a kid who is unable to buy his own food? I'd say, what's up, dude? Okay. All right. I'll end. Okay. All right.
You
Fine.
lose.
All right. What would you say to a kid who is unable to buy his own food? I'm assuming you're a kid who wants to buy his own food. Then you have to get a job. There's really nothing around this. If you're unable to buy it, that means you don't have money, which means you can get a job and work and make money and buy your own food. I mean, there's really nothing else around that. What would I say? I would say that. Don't know what else to tell you. If you're unable to buy the foods that you want, then you need to change your circumstances so you can buy the foods that you want. Or don't, and deal with it until you can. I mean, that's the name of the game there. If you're unable to buy your own food, maybe if it's your mother or your father, and maybe you can request or you can suggest or you can offer, hey, can we get some of these foods and I'll help cook? Or you have to have that conversation. It's communication. Otherwise, you have to get a job and make your own food. Heather, Papa Swole, I know that you state you eat white rice from time to time. I'm not 100% into white rice after seeing how they make it white. What's your thoughts on organic quinoa instead of rice? Good option or horrible choice? That's a personal choice. I don't eat it. I really don't like rice that much anymore. It doesn't make me feel that good. I like sweet potatoes more. Sweet potatoes over rice all day, every day, personally. So usually if I have some white rice, it might be with some sushi, or sometimes, Mama Swole will make, she likes a little white rice with her eggs sometimes. But, personally, I feel like my nutrition is getting more and more narrow. I'm finding some other sensitivities and things that I feel less good with. And rice is kind of like, take it or leave it. But in terms of organic quinoa, I don't eat quinoa either. It's always best to avoid grains. You're going to do a lot better not consuming a lot of grains. So some people are going to be more sensitive to that than others, but more often than not, you're better off getting more nutritiously dense food, not just like empty starch. Tyler, what are your thoughts on, or opinions on gyms that don't allow powerlifting over 400 pounds and they get told to not do it or even get kicked out? That's their gym. It's their choice. Heavy powerlifting can damage equipment. There are only some bars aren't designed for powerlifting. A lot of bars can be bent or damaged. You can damage the floor. A lot of people, you can get hurt going extremely heavy. So it depends on the insurance policy, depends on the flooring. You need to have an actual gym that's designed for powerlifting. That's why you have platforms and certain weights and certain bars that are designed for it. You take a cheap bar and you load up 500 or 600 pounds, you can damage it. And I can understand how a gym would not want their equipment damaged unnecessarily. So if you want to do powerlifting, go to a powerlifting gym. Papa, how do I find the free Swolga class? Any of the free classes would be available, swolenormousx.com/links. So there might be a class or two there. Might be a Swolga class or it might be a Swollen 7 class. You could check that out on the links page. There's no link to it. You have to go there, swolenormousx.com/links. John, body positive fall is going to turn into lethal COVID fall. For the people who get lazy, nasty variants, training should be mandatory. It should be. Vitamin D, getting healthier. Sure, it should be mandatory, but it's not. What's mandatory is get this shot. Well, I'll tell you what, a vaccine's not going to fix your diabetes. Certainly won't. Papa Swole, it seems obvious to me that grass-fed beef has a very different texture than grain-fed. Makes me wonder if the muscle texture of a grain-fed human is different than that of someone who eliminates grains as well as other trash from their diet. Any thoughts? Healthy animals are healthy animals. Healthy animals are healthy animals. Humans are animals. We're animals, so think about what an unhealthy human looks like and what a healthy human looks like. Definitely going to be different. What the difference? I mean, I'm not a cannibal, so I've said it before. I would try human meat. Why not? If it was healthy, if I wasn't going to get any kind of disease from it, and someone's like, "Hey, here, you want to try some human?" Depends on where it came from. I want a grass-fed human. I want a grass-fed beef. If you're a cannibal, can you imagine? That's a great one-panel cartoon. I'll take the grass-fed beef-fed human. I want a human that's eaten grass-fed beef. All right. I want a grass-fed beef-fed human. All right. Welcome to the Daily fucking Swole. I would try human, wouldn't you? Isn't that? Why wouldn't you? You can. Yeah, you can. You can get a brain disease. But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If it was safe, look, if you say you wouldn't try a piece of human, I think that's weird. Of course I would. Absolutely. If someone said, "Look, here's human thigh," I would try a piece. Why wouldn't you? I wouldn't want to get a disease or something. I'm not going to go kill a human. I would eat a human. I don't see why this sounds like a weird thing. Am I going to go, do I want to? Am I going to prioritize it? Am I going to go try to? No, but if someone had like, "Hey, this is ethically sourced human, like this is fine," and everyone's like, it was whatever. It's like, here's a healthy little tiny piece. I'm like, I would just fucking take a bite. Not raw, like it'd be cooked. Hey, you ever see the movie Alive? That's how they survived. That's a fucking insane movie. I saw that too young. Good movie though. Look, if you say you wouldn't, like, "Oh my God, I wouldn't even try that." It would taste like, it tastes like chicken. It would taste like chicken. That's it. That's it. Yeah. All right. This one's from Jeff Bucklew. Papa Swole, rare or medium rare? I like my steak to have an active Instagram account. So that's what I'm fucking talking about, baby.
He's heating up.
I like my steak to have a TikTok account. I like my steak to be doing like the fucking dab and shit. Yeah. Okay. We've talked about eating humans before on the show. We've talked about it before. Everyone gets so weirded out. Look, if you had a plate and it was like, "Oh, here's a piece of human," I'd be like, "Fucking, I'll take a bite. I'll try it. I'm still talking about it. I'm just joking. I'm trolling all of you, but I would. Why not? Why not? It's also easy to say that because I don't foresee any chance. I hope not. I hope I don't have the opportunity to eat a human. If I have an opportunity to eat a human, shit's going down. And I'll tell you what, like if we had to be cannibals, let's say everything just goes sideways and we have to eat each other. It's not going to be a good thing. People are super fucking unhealthy. I don't know who I would want to eat. Seriously, I don't know who the hell I'd want to eat. It's awful. It's like just grain-fed. It's not even grain-fed beef, just the least. Oh, it's just disgusting. Very, very few humans I'd want to eat in this world. Very few. Hey, all right. The notorious con dog. What do you think about the paleo diet? I think eating ancestrally is essential. So the details of the paleo diet are kind of irrelevant, but yeah, I think most people should be avoiding grains and eating fruit, meat, grass-fed, all that good stuff. Bing, bang, boom. Pretty fundamental. Matt Costa 830, protein shakes with water, milk, or almond milk. Nah, fuck milk. If you get raw grass-fed milk, but that's kind of hard to come by. It's usually illegal for obvious reasons because it's really good for you. Probably. Or much better for you. It's also baby cow milk. You're not supposed to be drinking that kind of stuff in general. Or almond milk. Almond milk is gutter trash. Throw that shit in the garbage. Fuck almond milk. Protein shakes. If you're going to have anything grass-fed, whey isolate, mix it with water. Unflavored, be a man. Isaac Williams 457. Do you like split squats? I do. You mean like Bulgarian split squats? I do. I did them this past week. I do, and I like them. I like them mucho. All right. Remember, tomorrow is Ask Papa Swole live, so we'll take other questions. Okay, John, as a transhumanist, I approve your mindset. Imagine how fast we'd progress in science if we ease human rights on certain prisoners. Let's see. Nika, Papa, I was told to stay away from red meat as it would upset my endo diagnosis until I can get back into the unlimited membership. Any recommendations on how to prepare chicken so I don't get bored? I don't really eat chicken, so aside from making chicken, putting grass-fed butter or something all over it, you know, there's tons of recipes on Google, but it's kind of weird. Pretty weird that you were told to avoid red meat and organ meats and all those things. Have you checked out those podcasts that I told you about? The Fundamental Health podcast with Dr. Jamie Seaman. Listen to both of those. Listen to all the ones that she's done. There's a lot of misinformation out there when it comes to feminine health and what women should be eating. All right. Very good. Very good. Booger Bubble. Papa Swolio, when did you incorporate grass-fed in your diet? Oof, it's been a while. Maybe almost 10 years. 8, 9, 10 years. Or about. Was it 20? I don't remember the exact date. 2012, 2013, something like that. Something like that. John from Tucson. Papa Swolio, do you take a multivitamin? If so, which ones? I use Animal Pack. Oof. I used Animal Pack in college, like in 2001. You piss fucking nuclear orange. God, I haven't used that stuff in 20 years. No, I don't take a multivitamin. I eat beef liver. So that's nature's multivitamin. I also take some beef organ supplements and stuff like that. But no, I don't take a multivitamin. And I don't even know what they're putting in Animal Pack, but it's definitely not necessary. That's overkill. The reason why you're pissing multiple colors is because you're not absorbing it. It's very hard for your body to digest or to absorb multivitamins. So whole food sources and at least from whole food sources are ideal, especially things like desiccated organs. You'll get your vitamins and minerals as well. That's what I would recommend. I wouldn't do Okay, thoughts on kombucha? Fermented foods. I had a little bit of sauerkraut a little while ago. It does make me a little bit gassy sometimes, but you know, I dabble with it. I dabble and play around with that kind. Not kombucha personally. I used to drink that kind of stuff maybe like 10 years ago at Whole Foods. I go to Whole Foods once in a while and you like try one of those sparkling kombucha drinks, but I'm not sure how. It's probably always going to be better if you buy stuff yourself or make it yourself. But a lot of this stuff kind of seems gimmicky. However, there is a lot of well-known people that will talk about fermented foods being so good for your gut. And yeah, you know, it seems like something that could be a benefit, like evolutionarily, you know, you store foods and ferment them to preserve them over a longer period of time, kind of like a pre-refrigeration. So hunting, gathering, fermenting, that might make a little bit more sense. But at the same time, is it required for optimal health? It depends on what the purpose is. Right? Are you looking for, is this going to be great for longevity? We don't really know. Nutritional science is very new. Like, this is going to help you live a long time. A lot of people like to just say things like, this will be good for your health forever. This is good. This will extend your life. We don't know. This kind of stuff is relatively new. Not relatively new, really fucking new. So any kind of studies now in the last like 5, 10, 20 years, oh, cool. Well, a human life is 70, 80 fucking years. So I guess we're not going to find out for another 100 years whether some of these things, even if the studies are completely isolated in a vacuum, if it's accurate. So we don't know, and especially what combination of lifestyle choices. So kombucha and combined with other things and combined with what? So a little bit of sauerkraut, kefir, kombucha. You can dabble. I'm not completely sold on all of that, but if you feel fine with it, then maybe you feel fine with it. Maybe it's not a problem. Tyler, would it be possible for a Swole Card shirt? I'm not going to say anything on those types of things because we have a lot of plans for the last couple years and I don't want to give anything away because we have some big announcements coming. So all apparel, any questions and stuff about apparel, a lot of them will be answered this coming season because we have a lot of new releases coming. A lot of announcements, a lot of special things, a lot of things that are old school that are going to come back around. And a lot of things that have been on the back burner for a long time. So no comment. Let's see. Victor Papasolio, what was your major in college? Exercise science. All right. Cool. All right, let's get into some more content, shall we? Shall we dip? Yeah, let's take this. We have one more question. We need a Swole gender shirt. Agreed. Lincoln Cosby, best tricep exercise. There is none. Find the ones that you like the best. There are many great tricep exercises. Dips, overhead extensions. There's leaning extensions. There's all sorts of great exercise. You can do them with kettlebells. They're fantastic with kettlebells because of the weight offset. Bands are great. Cables are great. Skull crushers are classics. There's just so many. There's no best. Did I ever complete NASM? Yeah, I have all the NASM certifications. I actually taught for NASM for 4 years, so I prepared students to take the NASM CPT, PES, and CES certifications. So I worked with NASM, actually wrote a kinesiology course for NASM for their online courses. So I'm very familiar with NASM intimately. If you did, do you think you could give some tips to pass? Study, practice, hands-on. I mean, any tips, it's practice. Do your practice test, do your practical. Actually, just a general advice or tips for studying in general. Something that I always did was I wrote my own exams. So for any kind of like written, most exams are written. So I always wrote my own exams. So if you go through the material and write questions and use multiple choice answers and just write your own multiple choice tests. Multiple choice tests are stupid in reality, but that's how most companies do them. You go to like one of those testing centers, you go on a computer and they just like pump them out. But if you're using that as a study tactic, because when it forces you to go through and to dig through the material, and then you will pick the right answer as well as confirm incorrect answers. So if you write your own multiple choice test, you will put the right answer down, right? You confirm with yourself the right answer, but you also are confirming 3 incorrect answers. So it's a much deeper form of learning. And then you take your test and you ace it, of course, because you wrote it, but then it just helps you master and go through the content. Because when you're going through a textbook, for example, creating answers or creating a question really means that you're understanding the content you're reading. It really makes sure that you're understanding what the question needs to be asked, and you're looking through and you're actually trying to trick yourself, or how would I trick myself? How would I write a complicated multiple choice question? So it's a very good way to do it, just to write it yourself for yourself. It's a good study technique, if that's what you're referring to in terms of tips to pass. Okay, best tricep exercise. We did that one already. Okay, fam-wise, time for some balls deep action.
That's deep.
All right. If you have any questions, Emanuela, specifically, if you have any specific questions, you're free to ask. That was probably about 8 or 9 years ago. So it depends. I'm not sure what they have added since then. Or if they're adjusting it a different way. So, most certifications update their credentials or the questions or the topics. I'm not sure what they've added in the last 5, 6, 7, 8 years. Brian, where can I get the lever curl bar you have? Those are Watson curl bars. You have to order them from Watson. So it's an international order from the UK. So they're Watson. I think it's a Watson BD curl or something like that. I think Titan Fitness has a knockoff version for $100 each. So it'd be $200 free shipping, I think. So I think Titan Fitness has a lever curl that they knocked off from the Watson one. So you can check that out. I mean, the quality of Titan is definitely not the same as Rogue or Watson or other brands, but you get the similar effect, I'm assuming. I did notice it on there. I just obviously didn't need to purchase it because I got these. But those were, my brand was the Watson ones, but they're harder to get because you have to ship them internationally and deal with customs and stuff like that. And today, who knows how long that would take. Yeah, they're sick. They're sick. Absolutely sick. Nika, we're not in the questions anymore, but I'll take this last one. I'm trying to encourage my client to get more exercise, or any motivation tips you can throw me. Does she want to die? Like, I mean, if you have to encourage someone to get more, I don't understand how you need to encourage someone to get more exercise. Go for a fucking walk. Move your body. It's shocking and embarrassing how people just don't want to be a human being. I'm trying to encourage my client to get more exercise. Come on. Do you want to die, or do you want to be at least remotely healthy? There really any motivation tips aside from that. They have to want it themselves. They have to understand the benefits of exercise. You know, maybe some incentives like, yeah, audiobooks and things like that are great. Audiobooks, a carrot or a stick. Yeah, I mean, exercise doesn't have to be complicated. The problem is, I know, I understand the question, Nika, but the problem is if you say, oh, exercise doesn't have to be complicated, you just go for a walk. Yeah, but we all know that just going for a walk isn't really enough. Like, if you really want to get the benefits from exercise, you have to fucking train like a human. You have to be a fucking animal. You have to train hard. Just going for a general walk, yeah, you're going to get like meh benefits. Really, you're going to get meh benefits. You have to really actually exercise and train. You know, all she does is sit on the couch. I ask her to take walks and she says no. I can't force her to do anything. Welcome to the world of people being lazy fucks. All she does is sit on the couch, and I ask her to take walks. She says no. You certainly can't force her to do anything. If she doesn't want to do it for herself, you can't, just don't take responsibility. It's not your fault that you can't get her to be healthier. I really don't know what to tell you because it's just disgusting. I fucking can't even, it hurts my brain to even think about that. I just don't have the patience for someone like, I just don't even want to go for a walk. Ew. No, seriously, fucking ew. Gross. You're a human being. You're literally just going to sit around and be a lump of shit. It's fucking gross, embarrassing. Mail-in voting, fam. Mail-in voting. I'm just kidding. Not really. Look, you need to be a functional human being in society today. You should be. We need to really change our understanding of what it means to move. Right, Nika? I don't even know if there's anything that you can do to help her because you can't force her to walk. You can't force someone to move. It's just really crazy how we look at exercise as if that's a burden, as if exercise, oh my God, I don't want to move. Ugh. You don't want to move? You don't want to fucking move? You're a human being. You're literally evolved over thousands and thousands of millions of years to fucking move. If you don't want to move, then rid us of the burden of having you on this earth. For God's sake, you don't want to fucking walk. God, so many people wish they had the opportunity to walk. A lot of people don't have fucking legs. It's despicable. Ugh, so gross. So gross. Yeah, no shit. Ella says if someone won't do something as simple as walking, they really don't want to change. No kidding. Ugh. All right. So that being said, we're already balls deep. All right, fam. Let's take our first post here. Now, this is a 4. What is this? These are all out of order. Full Bloom Project. Okay. This is a 4-part. So this is a nice chunky, literally chunky. This is now a nice, we got a caption here too, but we have a nice shit post. Drop some dookie in the comments. You ready for this? All right, fam. This is from the Full Bloom Project, which really means, like, I guess, a real fat project, I suppose. A guide to destigmatizing fatness. Let's destigmatize fatness. Okay, look at that picture. Oh, look at that little image of just a huge fucking gut.
What the fuck is that?
Let me tell you something. We don't need to destigmatize fatness. We need to have less fatness. We need to eradicate fatness. We do. We do need people to not be fat. Now, you're going to have fat on your body. That's fine. The reason why you can't see every muscle fiber that I have is because I have subcutaneous fat. But we shouldn't be destigmatizing fatness. We should be aware that fatness is not healthy. You shouldn't be fat. It's not a healthy thing. It's a result of your lifestyle habits. So this is, I guess, a guide to destigmatizing fatness. So let's see. I'm curious. How do you destigmatize fatness? These are 4 steps to increase the neutrality of the word fat in your nurturing environment. Well, first off, you can't spell because you put in you nurturing. You forgot the R. In you nurturing environment. 4 steps to increase the neutrality of the word fat in you nurturing. Yeah. Environment. You can't spell environment. Environment. Whatever. Okay. You can't spell. We understand. You can't spell, you can't think. It's a product of not being able to think. All right. A guide to destigmatize. Increase the neutrality of the word fat. The neutrality. So fat's not an evil word. It's not an evil word, but if you have too much fat on your body, it's not a good thing. Why can't that be? This is the problem. This isn't a moral issue. This is a health issue. This is not moral. This is health. Okay, number 1, rev up representation. Okay.
Matt Damon.
Make sure young people have regular access to images, books, art, etc. of a wide variety of fat bodies of all ages. Excellent. So brainwash your children young. Don't teach them properly. Got it. Talk openly about how difficult it can be to find good representation of fat bodies and ask young people to think about solutions for this problem. This is not what young people should be learning. This is not effective in life. This is not effective. You're teaching them to be average. You're lying to them and you're wasting their fucking time. Better to teach them mathematics, teach them how to socialize with other humans. You don't need to show fat people and be like, look at all these different fat people of different ages. This is disgusting. People are fucking disgusting. Number 2, censor or stop using O words. No, go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself.
Literally go fuck yourself. We should not have any censorship. We should not have any hate speech. I believe that all speech should be available because once you start dictating what things are hate speech, who determines what hate speech is? I don't think there is any such thing as hate speech. There's free speech or there's no free speech. There might be things that you don't like to hear. There might be things that offend you, but that's what free speech is. You're allowed to say things that you want to say or that you feel like saying. You have the ability to receive them in a certain way. Okay? Just because you don't like certain words doesn't mean that those words should not be or cannot be said. You should not be able to tell someone what they can or cannot, what sounds they cannot make out of their face hole. All right, so we're not going to censor the word obesity, you fucking retard. All right, censoring the letter E in the word obesity and obsy. A censored spelling first promoted by size acceptance advocates to denote the inherent harm done to people in larger bodies through the medicalization of fatness. Jesus fucking Christ.
What's your name, fat body?
Holy shit. All right. If you're an advocate for size acceptance, you have no value in this world. I'm just going to tell you the truth. You have no value in this world. You don't provide any value. You have no purpose. You have no ambition. You produce nothing of value. This is what people end up doing when they hate themselves. They're miserable. They have no passions. They are just driven insane with garbage media, with garbage food. They are just mentally and physically humane. Their humanity is so disconnected from their evolution. They're just so disconnected from being a human, like an actual human, like an evolved mammal. There's no inherent harm. It's a word. Stop being such a huge fucking pussy. That's all I have to say about that. Stop being a huge fucking pussy. My God, can you be any more of a bitch? Number 3, say the word fat out loud. Fat. Fat.
What's your name, fat body?
Fat. Fat. I will say it. We need to model the usage of the word fat as a neutral descriptor. Oh, that was all right.
I gave it a 10. A 10. A fucking 10.
That was nice. Examples. Quote, body diversity is real and fascinating. Some bodies are shorter than others. Some are taller, some are thinner, some are fatter. Quote, fat people face a lot of injustice in our society. Well, that's a lie. Doesn't mean we lie. Doesn't mean we make things up. That's not true. But fat people don't face injustice. Quite the opposite, actually. Body diversity is real and fascinating. Short and tall has nothing to do with being morbidly obese. Not even close to the same thing. You can't choose how tall you are. You can choose how fucking fat you are. It depends on your lifestyle habits. Give me a break. So stupid. All right, number 4. Last one, and then we got a caption. Number 4, offer opportunities for practice and normalize discomfort. Huh? Example, talking about fatness can be tricky because people have a lot of complicated feelings and even hatred towards people in fat bodies. I don't hate, okay. We'll come back to this. This is a really big problem in our culture. That said, it's normal if at first you feel uncomfortable hearing or saying the word fat. It just takes practice and time. This is an inclusive space, which means we respect, celebrate, and affirm all bodies. If anything, we talk about what makes you uncomfortable. If anything we talk about makes you uncomfortable, please let me know. All right.
Matt Damon.
Look at her. She looks like she's 19 years old, sitting there with her, like a little lady with her legs crossed.
Just because you feel uncomfortable about your own body and you're miserable the way you look and feel and you just don't want to change doesn't mean this word salad doesn't change your reality. It doesn't take away your diabetes, your heart disease, and all these other issues you have coming down the pipeline. Talking about fatness can be tricky. It really isn't. It's just a conversation. Hatred towards people in fat bodies. See, if you think that I hate fat people, you are severely mistaken. We have fat people in the Swole fam. We have obese people that are changing their lives. So it's one thing if you are obese and not giving a fuck and trying to virtue signal and pretend like it's healthy and lie to yourself and just manipulate language and do this fucking activism nonsense. And it's another thing if you are obese and you're like, you know what, I'm going to take control of my life. I wasn't taught this growing up. My parents fed me like shit when it wasn't my, and I continued these bad habits, and now I'm fucking putting my foot down and I'm going to make those fucking changes. It's my responsibility to change my own fucking life, and I'm going to do it. Those are the people that we have inside the Swole fam. That's different. I don't hate you if you're fat. I hate the fact that you don't want to change, people that don't want to change. And this is the kind of stuff that I find detestable and disgusting and despicable. It's pathetic. It's one thing if you're obese. Many people are. Unfortunately, probably most people are nowadays, especially metabolically unhealthy. Once you realize you are, and once you hear the truth, and once you hear reality, if you're in denial of that, if you're like, well, I'm just going to keep on doing the same thing I always do because everything in moderation, yeah, but I don't want to change, but that takes time, yeah, but I don't have the time, and then you're making fucking excuses and you can fuck all the way off. Okay? You have to have the opportunity to change. What I don't like is when people come across this information, just don't do anything about it. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Don't you realize what you're doing to your body? It's not like this information is hidden. If you're watching this or listening to this, you have a cell phone. Most people in this country, fucking everyone does pretty much. You have access to this information. Don't tell me that you haven't heard this shit before. Don't tell me that this is shocking, that you can exercise and eat healthier. Oh my God. It's not like this information is hidden. Everyone has access to the same shit if you have a cell phone. Okay. This is a really big problem in our culture. You know what's a big problem? People not working. You know what's a big problem? People virtue signaling and all this activism shit that doesn't create any value in our world. Okay. Companies that instead of focusing on making a goddamn profit are dabbling with all this social political activism bullshit. All right. Corporations need to focus on making money and making better products, not telling us how to think politically and socially. Literally fuck off. It's a huge problem. If at first you feel uncomfortable hearing or saying the word fat, Jesus Christ. If you feel uncomfortable saying a word, you need some serious mental slap across the tits. This is an inclusive space. I'm sure it is. Which means we respect, celebrate, and affirm all bodies. You want to affirm all bodies. I affirm your body. I affirm this body. It means nothing. It means nothing. Respect is earned. You better start by respecting yourself by taking care of your health. All right, we got a caption here from the Full Fucktard Project. How do you feel about the word fat? Does it make you uncomfortable? Can you use it as a neutral descriptor in a sentence? Most people can't. This person is fat. That's a neutral descriptor. It's right. It's neutral, right? Isn't that a descriptor? This person is fat. It's neutral. I'm not saying this person's bad. I'm just saying this person's fat because they're fat. Ayo. Okay, many folks agree that the word fat holds deep associations with words like bad. Okay, well, that's your problem. It doesn't. You say the word fat like, oh, this person's fat. Deep association, that's your issue. Deep association with words like bad, unhealthy. It is unhealthy. And if you think unhealthy is bad, then I guess it's bad too. How you define the words. You have to define the words. Our founding fathers were very specific about word definitions. You have to understand how the words are defined. Lazy, undesirable, unappealing, and immoral. Well, in many cases, those are all true. They will also agree that referring to someone as fat is offensive. And so to be kind and respectful, we need to avoid at all costs. But when we either end up with euphemisms like overweight and obese, both which actually connate something pretty offensive, that someone's body is excessive or inherently pathologic, or we end up pretending that fat bodies don't exist, which is arguably the most invalidating stance of all. Yo, these words are just jumbled up nonsense just because you're putting sentences together. Oh God, it's such word salad. It's just so despicable. Overweight is a real descriptive term. Obese is a medical term for a reason, because you're usually in a hospital if you're that obese. It's a medical term because it leads to medical issues. Two things seem to be true. Fat people exist. No shit. Walk down the street and you will prove that instantly. And no one seems to know how to respectfully talk about it. Good. Why should we talk about it respectfully? These people are obese. They need to get healthier, eating better food, sleeping better, exercising regular, lifting weights. That's respectful. No, but you're invalidating fat bodies. Then fuck yourself. Don't tell me how to speak. Don't tell me how to talk about things. We have freedom of speech, and I'm going to say things the way I want to. You can deem it as respectful or disrespectful, or you can start respecting yourself first, and then it doesn't matter if anyone else disrespects you because you need to respect yourself. And for people that don't respect themselves, how do you expect other people to respect you? While school or community-wide language policies don't make much sense given how personal these matters can be, we can shore up our own personal policies and try to get more comfortable with the word fat and let it trickle down from there. We have a long way to go in creating the type of societal change necessary to make the world safe and equitable for all bodies. I'm going to vomit. But language is powerful, and how we wield it can perpetuate stigma or break stigma perpetuating cycles. We're so fucked. This world is so fucked. Oh my God, we're so fucked. The fact that this language exists, the fact that people are speaking in this manner, we're so fucked. We have a long way to go in creating the type of societal change. No shit. You're always going to have a long way to go, because if you don't have a long way to go, then you're going to be out of a job. You're going to be out of a job complaining. That's the problem with all these social justice warriors. The job is never done, because once it's done, then they serve no purpose. So understand that when you're talking about climate change shit, when you have all this like Green New Deal and all these nonsensical ways of trying to create energy and people that just don't understand how economics and human civilization actually works. When you have all this virtue signaling, no matter what social issue it is, it's never over. It's never done. All right. The whole BLM scam, all this stuff, it's never going to be done. It's never going to be done. Major corporations are going to bend over, take a knee, say whatever they need to say just to keep their profits coming in. Unfortunately, they're getting involved with politics and social issues, which is perpetuating this lunacy. And these problems are never going to go away. They can't go away. They cannot go away, because if they go away, then these people have no purpose in this world. Understand? This is their identity. This is what identity politics is. If these issues disappear, if they get solved, then there's no more issues to argue against. There's no more rallies to do. There's no more posters to make. There's no more hashtags to use. It's never going to go away. So understand, this does not stop. That's why this whole entire concept has to be shut down. When I say shut down, I'm not saying stopping freedom of speech, but this is why better speech, this is why logic and common sense needs to prevail. It's just never going to stop because it's designed to never stop. It will never, ever, ever stop. Last, shockingly enough, there's another paragraph here. Repetition and practice are the keys to change. By understanding and being comfortable with change and allowing space to mess up and be uncomfortable together. Too much what? Too much comfortable? Wait, by understanding and being comfortable with change and allowing space to mess up and be uncomfortable together. Yeah, too much usage of the word comfort. You're not supposed to be comfortable. We can work together to destigmatize fatness and teach our young people what it looks like and sounds to celebrate, respect, and affirm all
Go fuck yourself.
bodies. Go fuck yourself. Affirm all bodies. Why don't we teach our kids to be self-sustaining, moral, social individuals? Oh, but no, put muzzles on them, mask them up, and teach them critical race theory, right? Disillusion themselves, confuse them about gender with literature in schools. Like, you're seeing this nonstop. All these parents at these conferences are standing up to the school boards because a lot of the literature that's being approved for kids, right? The school boards might declare that they're not implementing critical race theory, but then the parents are like, well, what the fuck is this? They might not be teaching it word for word, but then they're implementing books, plays, different kinds of all the different ideas that are being implemented in the classrooms that are in line with that type of activism. So like different kinds of kids books and summer reading and all this kind of shit. It's crazy. It's crazy if you read the news from all these different school districts, but that's why we need to teach our kids properly. Logic, common sense, the ways of the world. Unfortunately, when you teach your kids the ways of the world are really fucked up now. So maybe this is teaching kids the ways of the world. Anyway, we got a Swole card to give away. We got a Swole Slut. All right, fam, make sure you hit that like button. Thanks for being here for Swole Slut Saturday. And of course, check out swolenormousx.com to join the fam today. We have Sunday Funday Q&A tomorrow. Ask Papa Swolio live. So all questions tomorrow, pure questions all day. And Monday, of course, Monday is our weekly accountability meeting at 10 a.m. Eastern time. So check that out. We'll be live inside Swole TV. Be there or be square. New releases. So check that out, son. Let's give away this Swole card. Beaches. All right, we got one. Very Swole Slut today. Landed right on it. Nika West, congratulations. Very well done. Congratulations. And I wish the best for your client. That was you we were talking about. So congratulations, Nika. You are a Swole Slut today. It's official. It's official. Congratulations. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com and Swole Card 1968 in the subject and your mailing address in the body of the email. Congratulations, you filthy swole slut. All right, send us that email. Fam, enjoy the rest of your Saturday. It's a beautiful fucking day. Yeah, give that card to your client. Yeah, and tell them to go for a fucking walk. It's really hard to get someone to do something, especially when they don't want to do it themselves, especially when you care about them or you know that it's so good for them to be physically active. It's just fundamental to being a human being, and someone doesn't want to do that. It just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. It's a beautiful day. Go enjoy it, fam. Tomorrow we got Q&A. Sunday Funny Q&A, and it's lots of questions tomorrow. Don't miss out on that. It's going to be glorious. It's going to be fantastic. Yow.
Chlorophyll.
It's going to be great.
Chlorophyll.
Jamming on that piano. Fucking nailed it, baby.
I'd be the luckiest guy alive if I didn't.
I'm funny how? I mean funny like I'm a clown and amuse you?
My name's Forrest Gump.
I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
He's on fire! Boom shakalaka!
I didn't know they stacked shit that high.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
All right, fam. Thanks for being here. We'll see you tomorrow for Ask Papa Swole Live, the Sunday Fun Day Q&A-ness with a red, white, and swole twist. It's going to be lit. Remember, if you want to check out the 7 pillars, if you want to learn more about memberships, you want to check out the blog, check out some free classes, head on over to swolenormousx.com. And of course, if you haven't yet left a review on Apple Podcasts, leave a 5-star review, write a review. Of course, you can find it on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify, everywhere. But if you're a listener on Apple Podcasts, leave a review, and we'll see you right back here for episode 19. 6-9. Peace, McGeese. Deuce, Magoose. Your boy, Papa Swole. Yo. Oh.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now the king left and they so mad, it's like
Then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made.
that's a bed that you made.
That's a bed that you laid.
That's the bed that you laid.
What kind of game is you playing?
What kind of game is you playing?
We go hard in the paint.
We go hard in the paint, yeah.
What the fuck is you saying?
What the fuck is you saying?
I only go where they pay.
I only go where they pay.
What kind of game is you playing?
What kind of game is you playing?
Yeah,
whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons out closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element. No,